on those grounds. The couple has been married for over 25 years. According to the petition, Sangeeta claims she became aware of the alleged relationship in 2021 and says this discovery formed the basis of a decision to seek legal separation from the actor. Vijay has been asked to appear in court on April 20th. I'm being joined by my colleague Thoya Jakshi at this point. Thoya, good evening. We don't want to get into the personal family life at this point. But, this is going to be very closely watched. These are very important developments. The allegations coming from Vijay's wife, who has, of course, filed for a divorce in the court. And all of this coming at a time of elections when perspectives, optics, perceptions, all of it really matters. Take us through what we know at this point.
Well, yes, this timing is, too political. I can say that TVK chief and actor Vijay's wife, Sangeeta Swarnalingam, has moved the family court seeking divorce, alleging infidelity. After more than 25 years of marriage, the couple who tied the knot in the month of August 1999 has 2 children. The divorce petition has been filed before the Changalpattu family court, which has issued a notice to Vijay directing him to appear in person on the 20th of April, where the court has taken a cognizance of the bail and fixed the matter for further hearing on the same date. Neha, according to the petition, where Sangeeta has accused Vijay for being involved in an extramarital relationship with an actress, stating that she became aware of the alleged relationship in the year of 2021. He added that this discovery prompted her decision to seek legal separation, where the bail alleged that despite assurance from Vijay that the relationship would be ended, it allegedly continued without any kind of action. That these assertions from the basics of the divorce petition, which has been filed under the provisions of Special Marriage Act 1954, citing adultery and cruelty as grounds, that this case is currently pending before the district court, Sneha.
Right.
With further proceedings expected following Vijay's appearance next month, that is on the April 20th for the hearing.
All right. Thoya, thank you very much for joining us with those details. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our next focus, 2 poll states, 2 cinema battles. Kerala Story 2 seems to have now finally got a green signal for the release. Huge controversies and turnarounds in this as well. But Jananayagan remains stalled. The entire poll lens around CBFC. Is this Cinepar alone, or is there politics in garb? Ladies and gentlemen, 2 states that are going for elections, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, and 2 movies that have seen a huge lot of legal hurdles and challenges despite what may be its course with the CBFC. What does this really mean? Is this about due process with CBFC, or is this a whole lot of politics with the filmy heat only heating up? Well, there's some news that's coming in, and that is about a twist in the Kerala Story 2. The Kerala High Court Division Bench has lifted the interim stay on the Kerala Story 2, clearing the way for its theatrical release. A bench of Justices S.A. Dharmadhikari and P.V. Balakrishna stayed the earlier 15-day interim order passed by Justice Bechu Kurian Thomas. The movie was challenged by the state government as factually hollow and potentially polarizing during an election cycle. But the film can now hit the theatres. Yet, even as one roadblock is removed, the larger question really remains, is cinema becoming the newest flashpoint in poll season politics? Meanwhile, in Tamil Nadu, the Madras High Court has stalled Jananayagan, the political biopic of actor turned politician and TVK chief Vijay. The court was hearing a petition alleging the film was less a biopic and more a campaign vehicle for his party ahead of assembly elections. The bench raised sharp questions for the CBFC, asking how a U certificate was granted to a film that allegedly contains thinly veiled attacks on sitting ministers. In both states, the spotlight has turned to the Central Board of Film Certification. Courts questioned whether certification guidelines, especially those concerning communal harmony and public order, were adequately applied. While artistic freedom remains protected, judicial scrutiny of certification has intensified. The timing is possible, or rather, in fact, the timing is impossible to ignore. With the 2026 Assembly elections just weeks away, both films were seen as politically loaded. In Tamil Nadu, Jananayagan was viewed as a potential launchpad to energize youth and first-time voters for Vijay's political ambitions. In Kerala, the Kerala Story 2 was perceived by rival parties as a polarizing narrative that could influence sections of the electorate. The bigger question, one film cleared, one still stalled. The pattern, is that where the concern emerges? Are political films becoming strategic tools in election season? And are high courts now emerging as key arbiters in the battle between cinema certification and the ballot? As poll season heats up, the clash between cinema and politics is only getting sharper. And I'm being joined at this point by Dr. Jairaj, who's a political analyst, and Satish Kumar, advocate as well as analyst, and Rahul Ishwar, who's an author and activist. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining me. Well, let's just start with you at this point, Dr. Jairaj. How do you really look at this? Firstly, I think pretty late, but the Kerala Story 2 seems to be now set for release. A whole lot of back and forth. Again, something that happened with Jananayagan, but it's not got the green signal yet. Are there common patterns that you are seeing?
I'm not drawing any pattern between Jananayagan and this Kerala Story 2. I just want to talk about Jananayagan, not Jananayagan, but about Kerala Story 2. Regarding the movie Kerala Story 2, I just want to say that advertisement is like that, its promotion is like that, based on true events. That is the problem. There is no true events portrayed in the film, like that somebody is putting beef into the mouth of a person. In the trailers itself, I have seen that many times. It is not happening in Kerala. Even though they are saying that it is things happening in Rajasthan or Madhya Pradesh or some other place, protagonists are also from that place. That is their way of talking about this film. But why they are naming it Kerala Story? It has nothing to relate.
These are, in fact, Dr. Jairaj, these are questions that the court itself asked. These are questions that were asked none other by the judge himself. And despite all of this, here it is. Kerala Story is set for release. The decks have been cleared. The green signal has been given, which means all is good.
Consideration of the petitioner's revision has to be done within 2 weeks. By that time, the movie has gone, blatant lie has taken round over the world many times. This is going to affect the Keralites living abroad. See, for example, for the last 10 years, there is no communal tensions, there is no communal riot reported from the state of Kerala. So we are living in a very secular, democratic way of life. Kerala is from compared to other states, even the neighboring states. We don't have a single communal riot report or communal disharmony in our state right now. But these people are trying to tear the secular fabric of the state by doing this type of propaganda movies.
Okay, Jairaj, Dr. Jairaj, my simple question, and I would like to get in Rahul Ishwar at this point. For Kerala that you claim, and a state that many believe has been hugely secular in its outlook, in its projections, a state that has lived with great harmony, do you think a movie has the ability to break that harmony and to create communal tensions? Is that what Kerala really can, is that what really Kerala, the real Kerala story is? Rahul Ishwar.
Two quick submissions. First of all, let us call it out for what it is. There is hardcore Islamophobic content in Kerala Story 2, which also demeans Kerala by portraying that this is happening in Kerala. See, Kerala Story 1 and Kerala Story 2 reeks of propaganda, extreme right-wing propaganda in many sense. I am a proud Hindu, proud right-wing activist, but there are extreme right-wing content in this movie, which is a matter of fact. But any movie is free to release. We all hoped the movie would be toning down it a bit. This extreme propaganda is bad. Just like our Prime Minister Modi ji calls some of the far left people as urban Naxals, we have urban Nazis on the right too. And some of the elements are reeking of urban Nazi propaganda. Like Jaradji rightly said, by shoving down the throat, the beef is an absolutely nonsensical propaganda. And there are many elements, even including a Muslim mother and a son conspiring to trap a Hindu girl. That's very unfortunate, because in Indian culture, whether it is mother or ammi or umma, we respect them a lot. And, it is a basic respect to Matrutva. So, bringing into disrepute, controversy, Muslim women, Muslim mothers is very unfortunate. And I hope this will be toned down a bit. That was the right balance that the Honorable Court could have taken. Justice Bechukuri and Thomas gave a wonderful balanced verdict. But one thing is there, Kerala has proved its mettle even in this case, because the first person to go against this movie was Sridev Nambudiri. He belongs to a Hindu Brahmin community. And the other person who went was Freddie Francis. So it is Kerala's unity that is showcased again, even when confronting Kerala Story 2, when Hindu and Christian went to court against this hardcore Islamophobic content. I hope such kind of movies, even though they claim artistic freedom, should be more responsible and more sensitive towards Kerala as a state and towards Muslim brothers as a community.
Well, Satish Kumar, here's a big question. One is Kerala Story, which claims that it is based out of a true story, and the court very clearly questioned that why drag a state's name, why call it true story if it's really not based out of a true story, if it's not showing a true story, why name it? And that's got the green signals. It's going to get released. Jananayagan gets hold on because the court because the court questions the CBFC. The court says that, listen, this is an entire movie which is nothing short of just a campaign trail for Vijay. So whatever it may be, it's a choice to tell the story in the way they want to.
Exactly what you're saying is absolutely right. But in this case, it's totally different. We cannot compare Jananayagan with Kerala Story 2. Because in the case of Jananayagan, the petitioners or the producers, they themselves went to the court. Please understand, the petitioners they went, they want to fix the CBFC to give certification. But in Kerala Story 2, story is different, where the petitioners they went to stop the release of the movie. So certification was already given for that movie, and for release of the movie, the question was raised. But Jananayagan, the question was totally different. We cannot take, because of the election situation scenario, we cannot take both the movies at the same.
So are you then saying at
both
the heart
different.
of this? Are you then saying at the heart of this is CBFC and the due course that the CBFC is following?
No, CBFC has followed its rules, and it, based on Section 6(2) of the Cinematography Act, there is a provision for revision of any movie by the revisioning authorities. So the movie was hauled for release for the purpose of movies to be watched by the revisionists. So for that purpose only the movie was stopped, because of the producers, they went to the court and asking for the release of the movie, because they fixed the release date. Even without getting the permission or maybe the CBFC certification, the producers, they went to release the movie. They announced the release date. That is absolutely error on part of the producers. They cannot fix their own date without getting the CBFC certification. That is a proven theory. So, so you cannot compare. But in Kerala Story is different. Kerala Story is different because the certification was duly given. The movie was about to get released. After that, the public, as a public interest litigation was filed, saying that it affecting the image of the Kerala, and also about the community, the image of the particular community is getting damaged. So for that purpose, the petition was filed. We cannot compare these two situations similar.
Rahul,
because
Ishwar, come in at this point.
come.
Would you agree with what Satish Kumar is saying, that you cannot compare? Or is there really another question, another dimension that we are really looking at? Is there a process of how CBFC goes about doing its job that requires a more understanding, transparent way of deciding what gets the cut, what does not make the cut?
Snehaji, let us be honest about it, and political honesty is something we need to have. what is the political honesty we are looking at? CBFC and censor board are appointed by politicians or political nominees. So when a right-leaning government like BJP is ruling, BJP will appoint their people. When a left-leaning government or a center-left Congress is ruling, their ideology or their positions will get predominance. Let us be honest about it. Why be shy about it? This is the honest truth. The honest truth of India is these, not only India, anywhere in the world, these kind of positions are political appointees, and they will take care of the interest of the ruling party. And that's an absolute, yes, we shouldn't shy away from such bold facts being told. See, Jananayagan, censor board knows that Vijay is going to be a huge force in Chennai or Tamil Nadu for that matter. So they want to delay and trouble Vijay as much as possible. That's the honest truth. And Kerala Story 2 is a right-leaning or far-right propaganda movie. So they want it to pass. So it is the honest truth, and we should not be shy away from telling this. See, the real issue with Indians is we lack political honesty and we don't tell such facts upfront. See, Kerala Story is a movie that's core content is Hindu community is being targeted by Muslims. It's absolute rubbish propaganda. That's a different thing. But this is the angle that Kerala Story 2 is trying to portray. Vijay, on the other hand, is trying to portray that Vijay is a rising force in Tamil Nadu. So when Vijay will eat into the middle class votes, Vijay will eat into every community vote, youth vote. So CBFC really knows this. So CBFC wants and
interesting, very interesting point. I'm glad that somebody has come out saying what they have said, because everybody is talking just about this thing. Rahul Ishwar is saying what everybody has been talking about. Satish Kumar, you are saying no. But here's where the common thread comes in when it comes to an election state. What Rahul Ishwar has just said isn't what many people are asking. You are saying there's no connection between Kerala Story 2 and Jananayagan. Here's what Rahul Ishwar has put across what everybody is saying. This is where the political inkling is. Jananayagan is a political story that can go to an election state, can hardcore hit the voter, the vote bank, the sentiments. Kerala Story suits the prism. That's what Rahul Ishwar claims. Satish Kumar, respond. How do you disagree? How do you challenge that perception?
If you think that only the movie makers can change the state's political scenario, then for each and every election there will be some movies like this. See, movies are only influences to some extent in the mind of the people. If you say that the
but
movies
isn't that
can
what
influence
elections
the
is
people's
about?
mind.
Satish,
no, I'm saying
Satish, isn't this what elections are about? Where you influence the mind, exactly what you said. That movies are about influencing the mind. Isn't that what elections are about? Where even 1 vote, 2 votes, 3 votes, 4 votes, or hundreds of votes can be influenced.
No, if you say that, especially for Kerala, I am saying, if you say that even the movie can influence the people of the state of Kerala, then it says that the Kerala, you are claiming that Kerala is a highly educated state. Then there is a controversy on that. So I would rather say that can be an influence. I am not denying that there is a possibility and probability of influence, but that probability you cannot take as a ultimate reason for stopping the movie or releasing the movie.
Dr. Jairaj, I mean, you claim that cannot be. Rahul Ishwar is saying that exactly is. Dr. Jairaj, come in at this point. These movies, can they influence? Is this now becoming a huge political election tool? I mean, it's not a movie, but let's just look at what happened with Pinarayi Vijayan and Mohanlal. Nothing short of a movie, It's nothing short of a movie. I don't want to bring that in this case, but it's again optics. It's playing with emotions. It's playing with perceptions, not in the same level at all. But nonetheless, that's in a very lighter note. Jairaj, go ahead.
This thing, the interview with Mohanlal and Pinarayi Vijayan.
No. That was just a side mention, Jairaj. That was just a side mention because of Mohanlal in it. That was a very side mention. The hardcore of this real debate is, can movies like Kerala Story 2 or Jananayagan really change the voting narrative, the voting mood? And is that what the real hardcore punch of the whole matter is?
Yes, absolutely. What you're saying is correct, because the movies can influence. The 20th century, the greatest revolution is the movies that change the people's mind. It has been established over the years. We have seen many studies are related with that. Movies are the most influential mechanism. It can, have an influence on people's mind. That is why these people are propagating this type of propaganda movies are there in the post-Cold War era, or the main. There were two, major forces there, USSR and US. they were churning movies from factories like propaganda movies. We are all aware of all these things. How movies can influence things. How the Charlie Chaplin movie influenced the world by imitating Adolf Hitler, and we all know all these things. How these movies are.
Satish, do you want to
people.
respond to this quickly? I don't have much time, maybe 30 seconds to eat. Satish Kumar.
So what? So in
And
case of
regarding-
Tamil Nadu, I always say the story is different. But I
It's
respect
not
the
about
Kerala
Tamil Nadu or
people's literacy.
Kerala and the two movies alone. And this is what I've been trying to drive it with you
I am saying,
and through you.
don't
It's not
maybe-
the two different stories.
maybe-
It's the
maybe to
story
some
of
extent-
cinema at the heart of a political election season. It's just about
I
that.
am saying
Just one
no,
submission.
according to me-
Politics is a
according
game
to-
of branding. Just one submission. Politics is a game of branding, and it is about energizing the ecosystem that both the movies can do. So let us be honest about it. That Kerala Story is a movie that is convenient to our right-wing friends, whereas Vijay movie is convenient to their parties, and the CBFC is taking care of BJP's interests. Let us be honest about this. Why be shy and coy about it?
All right, Rahul
So if
Ishwar,
that
my
being the case-
last question to you, Rahul Ishwar.
Yes. If that being the case, why Pinarayi Vijayan, the Chief Minister, is coming and giving his opinion in the public social media?
Why shouldn't
See,
he?
if that be the case,
Kerala.
he should not.
Why shouldn't
he
he?
should not.
Because
No,
that's
if
also
that-
perception building. Why shouldn't he?
What you are
No,
saying, he
that's
cannot
what I'm
opine
saying.
in
No.
public.
As a chief
Because it
minister,
demeans and defames Kerala.
if it is only a movie, it cannot. He knows that he's going to get influenced. That's why he is giving his opinion on the social media. I feel
Just
that
one
as a chief
submission.
minister, he should not give his opinion. He should reserve his
Sir, just one
opinion.
submission. Sir, just one submission.
Why should he just
What
reserve?
you're
He
talking
has
about?
an election to
He
contest.
is influencing the
He
people
has
and
an
saying
election
the
to
other way.
contest,
Just
Satish
one
Kumar. You're
second.
missing
Influencing
the whole
the people the other
point.
way.
You're missing the whole point. He is doing
No.
what he is doing because he is in the thick of an election. He did not do an interview with Mohanlal 3
Just
years
one
ago.
submission.
He is doing it.
No.
The interview
See,
with
for his-
Mohanlal in
for
an
his
election
stature,
year. It's about
as-
perception building.
Satish,
So what are
just
we really
one
talking
submission.
about?
As for his stature as a chief minister, even his opinion will influence the people. So whether if you think that is a right,
No, I think we're getting completely derailed. We're completely getting derailed because at the heart of this really is about optics, is about film as a tool of perception building. 10 seconds each, Jairaj, and then I'll come to you, Rahul Ishwar, at the end. Jairaj, make your point.
See, this thing is, you have been repeatedly saying that the interview with Mohanlal and Pinarayi Vijayan, the same thing has happened with Akshay Kumar and Narendra Modi. So these celebrities interviewing celebrities is not a big deal. It is nothing to do with emotions of the people. If you look at it in that angle, that is true. But what I am saying that it is common everywhere. Everybody is doing that. So likewise, Kerala Chief Minister is also doing that. But the thing is that it's the fascist propaganda or the neo-fascist government is going through these movies by propagating this type of movies and this type propagating blatant
All
lies
right.
across the city. It is going to affect the Keralites abroad.
Okay, totally out
That
of
is the
time.
main
Rahul
thing.
Ishwar, 10 seconds.
Just one submission. I am a Hindu right-wing activist, but even for me, I felt offended and bad as a Keralite that these kind of propagandas are there against my state. Let us be honest about it. You can have right or left-leaning movies, but don't go to an ultra-right space which demeans an entire state, which demeans our Muslim brothers.
And I
That's
think my last
unfortunate.
word, my last word on this, to watch a movie and to not watch a movie is in our hands. You can make a movie and unmake a movie. That's also in our hands. Let the movie do what they want to do for whatever they want to do. If they have a due process that has been followed, the viewers are the king and the kingmakers. Thank you very much, all three of you, Jairaj, Satish Kumar, as well as Rahul Ishwar. Thank you for your time. All right, it's time for a very short break. On the other side, we have much more.
ये शहर भी तो अंगना तेरा मेरा, इसको भी रंग दो। बस, 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 इसको भी रंग दो, दुनिया को रंग दो।
Birla Opus Paints.
ओ यार दिल कहे सब तू है रे, बस चाहिए हमें तू
25 साल से आपने ICICI लोम्बार्ड पे भरोसा रखा और आपके सपनों को सुरक्षित रखने का मौका दिया। शुक्रिया इंडिया। ICICI लोम्बार्ड, निभाए वादे।
Indian cricket captain is possibly the most watched person in the country.
You will only get opportunities if you're good. And if you're not good, don't expect opportunities.
Is leadership acquired or leaders are born?
I don't think I was a born leader. Virat Kohli is practicing 3 hours. Sachin Tendulkar is practicing 3 hours. Why does he perform at that level and you don't?
Your case one incident was the Greg Chappell incident.
When you get into this situation, you start thinking, have I done something wrong? A lot of people talk about the wickets, but people forgot the runs I scored as an
275 plus average.
55 average on those wickets as an opener.
I think I